This time I'm actually recording audio the way it needs to be, the way I should have been the whole time, and so on. I'm not sure why I ended up with my microphone turned off, but it happens occasionally. It is most frustrating when it does. Because that means that in editing, I have to go back and do an after-the-fact voiceover to fix the problem, and it is a problem. All right. Is track light down? Especially when what I'm trying to do here is to do a completely uncut thing, and you lose the freshness of it when you have to go back and redo your audio because you played a derpy trick of leaving the microphone turned off. But hopefully I don't do that anymore. Notice when I'm doing this, there's this weird horizontal glitchy thing in the video. I don't know if that's being recorded or not, but it's really strange. Looks like I'm almost there. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and call this it. Alright, there's some endstone here. Do I have any buttons in this? Geez, I had a whole stack of them. I know I didn't use it. I guess I took them back. Okay. Alright, I can go get some. Not a problem. I remember to get the cart onto the hotbar where I can actually do something with it, that is. There we go. A nice, proper minecart path to get out there. So much better than having to run. I'll keep the stairwell there just in case, just for the heck of it. But, well, it looks like I may have to be... Oh, I get it. The lighting here is lacking. When I was working here, I took some torches down and didn't put them back up. How careless. Alright, button. There's a whole stack of them. I think one will be sufficient. Alright. Very good. right out here. Put the button down, set up a launcher over there. Oh, that's unnerving as all get out. Looking at that sideways. Oh yeah. A button. There. Okay, what do we need now? We've got this stuff, which actually needs to come out of here. How about this stuff? Yeah. Now, did I destroy any track? No, good. Alright. And maybe off in this way I'll build the enchantment room, or maybe I'll put it down here where I don't have to work under the water. Alright. But before I can do the enchantment table, well, let's see, let's put the button back. Apparently I managed to knock that loose. But not the track. Okay. Time to head back and find some obsidian. Get an enchantment table made. Locate some bookshelves and get something set up there. Okay, that's so much better. Beats the heck out of walking. And there's nobody waiting here when I get back this time. Alright, I'm just gonna ditch this stuff in here for now. And let's go do something about obsidian. Alright. I might have some down here in this base. Otherwise, I'll just have to run back to the warehouse. Well, let's see here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Up down the stairs, though. Could have sworn I heard some lava. I have to turn my sound up. Think I'm getting any closer to that lava sound? A lot of zombies around here. Sometime I ought to see if I can find them, but right now I'm just looking for where that lava is. Oh boy. How many people have been yelling at me about this? I just realized. I don't have to go hunting for lava. I had some right there. A bucket of it in one of the chests. But then again, of course, that was only one bucket, and it would only make one block of lava. Oh, I know where there's some. Right out this way. There is an open pit of lava right on the surface. I've seen it countless times from the track up there. Here we are. Okay. Free obsidian. No, I'm not going to get in it. Well, Obsidian sure mine's a lot easier these days. I remember when it took most of a minute to mine one block. Okay, that should take care of that. Oh, nuts. I really wish I'd think things through a little more. Still need to get the bookcases. So maybe I should just ride back to the warehouse anyway, because I know there's bookcases there. Someday I need to straighten this path out some. Take some of the twist and turn out of it. Oh, well. One thing I've noticed that with 1.3.2 or the 1.3 update in general, I know they did some changes to redstone timing and whatnot, but it seems to have affected this because I had to come back and rework that thing to get it to work right again. And half the time, it doesn't. I can't hit the switch fast enough and start moving. And a lot of times I'll hit those power tracks that are turned off and not come to a stop like you know you're supposed to. Okay, I have got to set that back. Drives me nuts. I know it's sometimes necessary on YouTube to turn the brightness up, but with the brightness turned up, I can't easily see what is bright enough and what is not bright enough. And that just drives me nuts after a while. You know, it's funny, when I built this track, I thought it was one of the longer ones. And then I built that one out west out there to the Epic Desert, 1900 blocks. I wonder what is the longest minecart track in Minecraft. I'm curious about that. I don't know if I'm curious enough to look it up right away, but I am sort of curious. Because I think that would be kind of cool to make a really super long minecart track. Okay. Bookcases. And yes, I do know you only need 15 these days. I have to admit, I still kind of like the 30 bookcase pattern, but that's all right. We'll go with a 15 this time. Just thinking that sometime I need to do something with that mob tower. I want to do something on the outside of it. Well, let's see. The stuff that I recorded at the beginning of this session, the hour-long part that ended up being episodes 248 and 249, that makes this one episode 250, which means that whether I'm completely ready for it or not, I will be putting this world up for download, and the link for that download will be in the video description. And so on. The world is not nearly quite as epic as I personally would have liked to think that it is. I've done a few cool things in here, but there is vast, vast areas of nothing. And other areas where the most significant thing I did you see, this is what I mean. Other areas where the most significant thing I did was work a branch mine. Oh. Come on. There. Minecarts act weird these days. With this 1.3 update, when you're trying to bump them along and push them ahead of you, you walk right through them half the time. And other weird crap like that. And it's just not good. And I don't think they move as fast as they used to. And sometime I'm going to have to get out an old backup of this world and an old copy of an older version of Minecraft, even 1.2 or 1.1 or whatever, and do some side-by-side comparisons, ride the same length of track in two different versions, and time it, see how long it takes. And I'll bet you, I will just bet you, that doing it in this version, 1.3.2, it will take longer. It certainly feels like it takes longer. All right. Okay, we need some diamond. There we go. Oh, crap. I did it again, didn't I? I forgot something that I know damn well I need. Yeah, I'll bet you I did. Because one of the ingredients for a enchanting table is a book. Did I plant any reeds up here? I remember planting trees, but no reeds. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and set up the area for it. And the next time I come back here, I will remember to bring a book with which to make an enchanting table. I will go ahead and leave the stuff for doing that with out here. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'll come back to that. In the meantime, I think I've had enough of the end for a while. Just have to remember to bring that with me the next time I come to the end. And let's see. Since I will be preparing the world download after I finish this episode, I probably ought to get it finished here pretty soon. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause the recording here quickly to find out how long it is. All right, it's getting up into about 26 minutes, so I think what I'm going to do, look over here, see if there's anything I need to be taking with me, and just depart the end for now. And I'm not entirely sure just yet, but I know I will think of something. So we're out of the end. Sometime I ought to do something about this. Make it a little better, a little more open. Strange place to hear a spider. It really is. Anyway, I think that's about it for this episode. And I'm going to take a little bit of time and get this world packaged up and ready so that I can deliver it at episode 250 as promised. And so I'm off back to the main base, this time to hang out and get a few last things ready before I do that packaging. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.